Jules Bouyer, with the grace of a bird in flight, cuts through the sky above the shimmering waters, descending with precision and elegance. In the world of diving, where milliseconds determine glory, he becomes a living testament to the beauty of human strength, agility, and focus. Born from the tranquil waters of Annecy, his journey began not with a splash, but with a whisper from the depths. It is the sound of the water calling to him, beckoning him to come closer, to feel its embrace and find within it the poetry of movement. From a young age, he could hear the water's call, that soft murmur of adventure echoing from the pools where ripples spread like whispers of ancient tales. These waters, placid and still, were the starting point of his journey, yet in their quietness they held the promise of great things to come. Jules learned early on that to truly understand the art of diving was to understand the language of water. Its silence, its movement, and its depth. He became fluent in this language, letting it guide his every dive, his every leap into the unknown. The 3-meter springboard became his canvas, and with every dive he painted a story of courage, skill, and ambition. Each approach was a moment of pause where time stood still, and the world watched in anticipation of what was to come. But Jules knew that the real magic was in the moments the world could not see, the hours spent in solitude, training, refining, and perfecting every motion until it became as natural as breathing. He learned to balance the force of gravity and the fluidity of water, to trust in his body's muscle memory, and to give in to the pull of the dive. In Lyon, where he now resides, the echoes of his hometown Annecy are never far. The mountains that frame the horizon remind him of the towering dives he has yet to conquer, the peaks he will ascend in his quest for greatness. He trains tirelessly, knowing that the path to the Paris Olympics is not just a road to glory, but a personal odyssey. It is a journey he embarks on with every dive, pushing the limits of his body and soul. Jules has tasted victory, silver, bronze, the weight of these medals hanging like stars around his neck, yet he knows that his story is not written in metal. It is written in the water that envelopes him every time he plunges from the springboard. It is written in the collective gasp of the audience as he performs a perfectly timed twist, a somersault suspended in air as though gravity has forgotten its hold on him. In those fleeting moments, Jules is more than an athlete. He is an artist, creating something ephemeral yet eternal. The 2023 European Games and the 2023 World Aquatics Championships brought him closer to the pantheon of diving greats, where every podium finish is a testament to not just his skill, but his perseverance. Yet Jules does not rest on his laurels. He knows that each dive is a conversation with his past, a reflection of every challenge he has overcome. His partnership with Alexis Jandard, synchronized to the point of perfect unity, speaks to the trust and harmony required in diving. Together, they are more than just individuals. They become two parts of a whole, complementing each other's strengths and weaknesses in a dance of precision and timing. For Jules, the upcoming Paris Olympics represent more than just the culmination of years of hard work. They are a homecoming. France, with its deep history of athletic excellence, will be watching. The crowds will gather, the lights will shine, and the pressure will mount. But Jules, with his steady heart and unwavering focus, will stand at the edge of the board, looking not at the audience but at the water below. It is here, in the silence between the cheers and the splashes, that he finds his calm. The water speaks to him once more and he listens. His mind drifts to the moments outside of competition, the life beyond the springboard. Though private and guarded about his personal life, there are glimpses of the man behind the medals. His humility, his quiet determination, and his love for the sport that has shaped his life all define him. He is not one to seek the limelight, preferring instead to let his dives speak for themselves. And they do, in arcs of grace and power, in ripples that spread across the surface of the water like the echoes of applause long after the crowds have dispersed. As the Paris Olympics loom closer, Jules knows that he stands on the precipice of something extraordinary. His dives, perfected over years of dedication, will soon be watched by millions. Yet in the moments before each leap, when it is just him and the water, he is at peace. He understands that diving is more than a sport, it is a meditation, a dialogue between man and the elements. The water does not judge, it simply receives, reflecting back the energy with which it has entered. The future remains unwritten for Jules Bouyer, but one thing is certain, his story is far from over. The silver and bronze he has already earned are just the beginning, milestones on a longer journey toward self-mastery and greatness. In the stillness of the pool, he finds his purpose, his calling, and his joy. For in every dive, there is a rebirth, a moment where he sheds the weight of expectation and becomes one with the air and the water. And so, as Jules Bouyer stands poised at the edge of the board, ready to leap into the unknown, he carries with him not just the hopes of a nation, but the spirit of the water itself. It is this spirit, fluid, adaptable and resilient, that defines him, guiding him ever forward toward new heights. The world watches, breath held, as Jules dives once more into the depths, emerging triumphant, not just as a champion, but as a poet of the air and the water.